Welcome back to the Steve&Tyler show. Well, I guess can't you do this intro anymore?
The intro. We need a new intro. It's not as. I guess no one knows who Steve&Tyler is.
Yeah, nobody our age knows who Steve&Tyler is. You ever listen to Aerosmith?
This show's been a lie the entire time.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know who a lot of people are, but because Steve&Tyler, his name fit into our show, I know who he is. So
we actually named our show after him.
Well,
no, that's not true.
Tyler, isn't your name Tyler?
Your name's Steve, I think. So I think that's where it came from.
So I'm pretty sure that's where it came from because of our inability to be creative. The purpose of this show is we report news that people typically don't see or you don't hear about. It's mainly things we think are funny. This week,
not so much.
It's not so much.
A little at the end.
Yeah, I think it's a little lighter at the end, but leading up to that point is not so much. If you decide that for some reason you do actually enjoy this content, go ahead and follow us on Twitter at @SteveTyler_show. Send us your hate mail, insight, articles if you want us to talk about anything specific, or if you want to get a hold of us to be a guest on the show, that's more than welcome. Or, you know what, Tyler, I'm bringing it back. I want to see some dick pics.
Oh no!
I want send us the naughty stuff. Send us that naughty stuff. Steve&Tyler@gmail.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes and follow us on Podbean. Find us on YouTube at the Steve&Tyler Show. We are on YouTube. We are there.
Yeah, we're there.
We're there. We get a whole whopping dozen views, maybe.
Maybe on a good week.
Maybe. Well, we started doing that because it was requested by certain people that wanted to listen to us. It was just easier for them. So we started doing it, and I'm fairly certain they are viewing them. But,
next we're going to the moon. To the moon!
Going to the moon! Anybody, or everybody, please.
Please.
Talk to people about us. You like laughing? I like laughing.
No, I hate laughing. It's the worst.
We're not getting paid. We're doing this for you. I give the people what they want. Last 2 weeks we've had guests. This week we are not.
It's just us, Steve.
Just us this week, but that's all right. Because we're gonna see if we can't put something else together coming up. Like I said,
we should have a mega show with just like 30 guests.
Oh man, that'd be great.
That would be a disaster.
We could have see if I can find a Black Lives Matter activist, get him on, or it on, whatever. I don't know if it'll be a man or a woman.
Yeah,
might
true.
be a thing. I don't know.
They could switch. Who knows?
Get a couple cops on.
This would be a disaster.
Why are you shooting my people? Well.
We'll look into it. Why not?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
We got nothing better to do.
Absolutely. Now, what else am I going to do? Work? Make money? No, I don't want to do that. All right. Getting into it. First topic this week.
We talk about these people every week, Steve.
California? Well, yeah, they suck.
They're not very smart over there.
That's what happens when you're stupid. You got a whole state to make fun of every week.
That or Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon's pretty shitty. California could ban cars with internal combustion engines. Well,
they hate cars.
Apparently, I don't think they don't like internal combustion.
What about external combustion?
I think that's called explosive.
Can I attach like a rocket to the back of my car?
James Bond, his car. No, I'm sorry. You're not getting it. You're not allowed over here. California regulators are considering a ban on cars powered by internal combustion engines, echoing similar proposals in China, France, and the United Kingdom.
Hippies are at it again.
Fucking idiots. The chair of the California Air Resources Board, or CARB, told Bloomberg that Governor Jerry Brown has raised the subject with her. Okay. All right. CARB already administers a zero-emissions vehicle program that allows automakers to earn credits for electrified car sales, which can be sold or traded on an open marketplace. Several have built electric cars that are only available in California, in order to meet their quota, while various state incentives are available to buyers. As a result, though, California accounts for approximately half of the electric cars sold in the United States, according to Clean Technica.
I've never heard of those people.
Me neither.
That's a pretty cool name, though. I won't lie.
I mean, it's all you
it's no
drop
the Steve&Tyler show, but it's a cool name.
Yeah, I mean, Steve&Tyler show. You can't beat that. That's a great name. That's Steve&Tyler, but Steve and Tyler. You know what I'm saying? So hey, you know, what do I know? It's good. It's a good little opening, but no, you know, you people suck. You guys are just too young. You don't know. So estimates on the percentage of new cars sold in order to meet CARB's 2025 air quality goals range from 8% to 15%, while sales in the state this year are running at about 5%, which is about 5 times the national average. So within 8 years, they want to go from 8 to 15, and they're not even hitting 8. That's hysterical.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty awful. I mean, so how are they gonna go ahead and make this law? What are they gonna fine people?
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, you fine somebody for what? I drive a Nissan. What, you gonna fine me for driving?
You get pulled over. You get pulled over. Is that a combustion engine you got under there, sir?
Oh man, I can hear it purring. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Maybe it'll be like the e-check stuff where they check all your cars for all that stuff. Could be during then.
Yeah, but I mean that's still like.
Like if you have a car with an internal combustion, they don't give you plates or something like that. That would make sense.
I mean that would, but.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is just they're trying to save the wildlife, Steve. Instead of using gasoline, we'll use coal-powered electric. It's worse for the environment. It's worse, Steve.
What? What do you mean it's worse?
Well, they're
trying to save Tyler. No way.
They got to generate the electricity somehow, Steve.
Oh, man, you mean it's through coal?
Oh,
so they're actually not helping anybody.
Well, sure they are. They're helping themselves.
Because they're driving a false narrative. Wow! Who would have seen this coming? Wow!
I think they're putting this law in place just because they're so far below the CARB's 2025 air quality goals. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, they're trying to,
they're trying to boost those numbers so they can be like, wow, pat themselves on the back.
Yeah,
we did it.
Oh, we did it. We had to ban everything else, but by golly, we did it.
The worst part of this is if you told me like electric cars were cheaper and more economical, I'm sure people would actually like willingly buy them. Like if they were, but they're not. You have to have tax credits to convince people to buy them. You have to ban normal cars.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. I think eventually we're going to move towards these sort of things anyway. I think it just makes sense.
I mean, eventually.
But I don't think we should be telling people, you cannot do this.
No, absolutely not.
It makes no sense.
This is America.
I mean, I got an F-150. It's got an Eco Boost. Is that the same thing? What is that boost? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know what
like an electric F-150?
I use more electric.
I don't know. But
I burn more coal when I use my electric. I mean, I don't know what is.
Maybe they'll just give out those BMW i8s with like the doors.
Man.
Aren't those electric?
I think so.
Everyone could just drive those around.
I want a Beamer. One day, I will have one.
It's just another stupid ban where they're trying to tell you what you can and can't do.
Das Autobahn.
What the hell are you talking about?
Sorry, I'm still a German car. BMW.
Just went on like a little
I got a
daydream driving.
Now. Yeah, I got a Beamer dream going now. Now I want a Beamer. Thanks.
Better not run on gasoline.
It needs to be coal powered, electric. All right, moving on. Schools are ditching AD in BC in order to avoid offending non-Christians.
Yay! Oh no! Wait, this is also stupid.
Wait, what do you mean? They're already not offended? Wow!
I've never seen someone ever that said, "Boy, I was offended by the terms AD and BC." Steve.
Yeah, I mean,
actually, I was offended once.
Well, You were.
They said the year was 2017 AD.
Oh man, wow. I can feel my feels and all the cares coming up. I need my safe space, Tyler.
People are just offended by everything.
They're stupid. Schools across the country have stopped using the terms BC and AD in religious education lessons for fear of offending non-Christians.
Nobody has ever been offended by these terms.
Literally. And they
Literally
go on
zero. If you find one person, we'll bring you on the show and we can ask you how you were offended by BC and AD.
Yeah, you were offended by letters.
Try and tell you what year you're in.
Yeah.
That's what... Keep reading, Steve. Keep reading.
I just, for everybody who doesn't understand, the traditional terms BC, before Christ, and AD, Anno Domini, are being ditched for BCE, before Common Era, and CE, Common Era, which...
Does it actually change anything?
No, not really.
Like, is it still 2017 CE? Is that how this works?
I guess.
I mean, we're offended by a calendar now.
I mean, they're literal letters, and the new terms they still denote the periods before and after the birth of Christ, which is fine, cool.
So what's the difference? Nothing.
Nothing. Local authority committees drawing up religious education syllabuses say the old terms may upset minorities or non-believers, but critics blasted the move as a capitulation to political correctness, which
it is. Shocker.
Former Archbishop of Canterbury, Lord Carey, said the rulings by the religious education committees were a great shame. Yeah.
First of all, this guy has a great name. Lord Carey.
Lord Carey.
Great name.
Former Archbishop of Canterbury, Lord Carey. Yeah, I want that.
That is a great name.
You got any daughters?
I don't think so. He's a bishop.
Well, former Archbishop, all right? There's a chance. Muslim and Jewish leaders were also mystified, saying they were not offended by the familiar terms. What?
I am truly shocked. I mean,
Jews.
Who else could have been offended?
Minorities. Now you're in minorities.
Who? It was the Buddhists, wasn't it?
The real hateful Buddhists. Yeah.
The Confucians. They got up there. Confucius says CE.
Man, those damn Hindus. I'm telling you, they must have been pissed.
Nobody was offended by this.
I don't understand. I mean, Muslims said they weren't offended, and they literally kill Christians because they're Christians. So I feel that, if Muslims can say, this isn't a big issue, it's not a big deal.
But it makes no sense, because even in this article it says, the new terms. You read this, but I'm going to read it again for emphasis.
Go ahead.
Still denote the periods before and after the birth of Christ. So they've essentially changed nothing. I mean, what they really did, they removed the word Christ.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
because someone was offended.
And that's wrong, in my opinion. I
think that's what it is. They're trying to remove it. The word Christ from schools again.
I agree.
What else could it be? No one's offended. It was probably some crazy.
Nobody even said that they were upset with it. Even Jews and Muslims. Nah, that's okay. Man, you could have left it the way it was. I think that's the one thing all the religions agree on.
The calendar?
Yeah.
The calendar. But now someone is offended by the calendar. What happens when we start renaming months, Steve?
Oh, man.
You go, Augustus. That was named for... August was named for Augustus. Wasn't he Roman emperor?
Yeah.
Caesar's whatever he was. They go, we got to rename that. July, that was named after Julius Caesar. He killed a lot of people. Better rename July. There's just no end. No end in sight for any of this. This is unbelievable.
I'm glad you were actually upset about something.
I know. Usually I'm pretty neutral.
You're incredibly neutral, but this is a welcome surprise.
This is pointless. That's what it is.
This next story, however, is hysterical. I think this is
the most confusing story I've ever read because it contradicts itself throughout the whole thing.
The entire article is just, oh, I don't understand. Why don't everybody wear headscarf to show equality for headscarves?
That is the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life.
Austrian president calls on all women to wear headscarves in solidarity with Muslims to fight rampant Islamophobia. So,
isn't that like appropriation or something where we take their culture?
yeah.
But so if we did that, it'd be one thing, right? That they're gonna get pissed about. But if we don't do it, they're gonna get pissed anyway.
I don't even think they fucking care.
I don't
Why?
think so either.
Why would they care? They don't care. Why would they care? Who cares? They hate you anyway.
It's a religious thing anyway, right?
Yeah.
Why would they want other people to wear it? You don't see non-Jews running around with yarmulkes.
Exactly.
You don't see non-Christians, they wear those like Christian crosses.
Nope,
Like
they don't do that.
They don't. Stupid. This is stupid.
The president of Austria has called for all women to wear headscarves in solidarity with Muslims to fight rampant Islamophobia. Alexander van der Bellen, the left-wing former Green Party leader who narrowly beat a far-right candidate to take office in January, said freedom of expression was a fundamental right.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Check.
You know, yeah, that's fine. It is every woman's right to always dress how she wants. That is my opinion on the matter.
All right, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I agree. Okay.
Wait for this next paragraph, though.
And it is not only Muslim women. All women can wear a headscarf. And if this real and rampant Islamophobia continues, there will come a day where we must ask all women to wear a headscarf, all out of solidarity to those who do it for religious reasons.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? You literally said in the sentence right above it, it says, it is every woman's right to dress how she wants. And then in the next sentence you say, we must ask all women to wear a headscarf. You just contradicted yourself.
Yeah, especially like you stated earlier, it's for religious reasons. Like, if they don't wear one in their home countries, they're fucking stoned to death.
God.
I mean, so it's almost like if I seen an outwardly atheist person wearing a cross, I'd be like, no, I'm pissed off. You're a piece of shit.
Makes no sense.
Why are you going to do it? You don't believe in it. You obviously are trying to mock it. It is upsetting. That's how I would feel. I'd be like, well, maybe you found the light. You probably didn't. You're just being a douche. Okay, I don't like you. I mean, that's right. So why would an entire religion who is built on violence for their enemies or against their enemies be okay with this? You are almost mocking their beliefs.
Right. Even the moderate ones that aren't like stoning people.
Oh, there's no moderate.
You know what I mean, though. It's like the ones over here, like the whatever. They don't. Why would they want us to wear it though? That's what I want to know.
Well, I mean, they want to feel at home. They want to make the U.S. a
But how does this guy know?
This
dude's name is Alexander. You think this dude wears a headscarf?
Absolutely not. I don't think he wears a prayer cap either.
I don't think he is.
That'd be like dudes wearing prayer caps.
It makes no sense.
Absolutely not. Oh, you got to shave your head, grow out a real scraggly beard, have sex with goats, and you got to wear a prayer cap. You got to do it. You got to do it.
I just don't know how you can contradict yourself in the same paragraph.
Don't forget you have to have sex with goats. That's a very big thing.
I just assumed that was implied.
And little boys. You got to rape boys.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
There's
more, but I don't even feel like reading this anymore. Like, what's the point? He probably just rambles on for the rest of the article.
I mean, it's appeasement. It's giving in and they're appeasing to their people. I don't understand. It says in their book, in their holy book, they're allowed to befriend Jews and Christians socially, but only if it grows their social construct. They're allowed to do it, but it doesn't mean anything because they're allowed to be friends with you as long as it raises their social scale. That's it. They don't give a shit. So why would you bring down an entire society
to try and appease
this? To try to what? To appease the demons at the door? Are you kidding me? When does that work? Never? Oh, okay. You kick the demons out. But you can't do that because that's wrong. I don't know. You're right. We should have stopped talking. These people piss me off. It's not even the Muslims that are asking for this. To my understanding, this is just some dumbass.
That's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say when I said modern. It's like, this guy probably isn't Muslim. He's just a random dude on the far left.
Yeah!
It'd be different if, like, the Imam came out and said this, but he didn't.
Like, all women should wear headscarves. Convert now.
At least then that would make sense, because they'd be trying to convert people. This guy's just a crazy man.
Yeah, this guy just sucks at life.
He's just trying to get votes.
He's just like, you know what? We want to appease people. I mean, that's just... Next story. CBS fires vice president who said Vegas victims didn't deserve sympathy because country music fans often are Republican.
Now, we were going to talk about this regardless, because at first when she said it, we were like some of the first people to see it on Twitter.
Yeah. Yes.
And then they ended up firing her. So we've updated the story. Thank God they fired her.
Thank God they fired her. Because, when we first seen it, they didn't fire. And I want to start with, I really wanted to avoid anything Vegas.
So did I.
But this...
we try and report underreported news.
This is more so... This is, to my opinion, this is still underreported. But... I'm gonna say, I feel that she is absolutely entitled to her opinion. This is what our entire show is based on. It's a lot of opinion with a lot of facts, and we just make fun of stupid people. Well, guess what? Her card got drawn this week. She's the stupid one. But it is absolutely her opinion to say this awful, awful shit. And just like it's her company's, right to fire her for saying this awful, awful shit. This is how America works. You're allowed to say dumb, hurtful shit, but you're also allowed to get fired for it.
I mean, how dumb do you have to be to say this kind of shit, though?
I mean publicly. Why would you... Here, let me get to her. Let me get into it. CBS has parted ways with one of the company's top lawyers after she said she was not even sympathetic to the victims of the Las Vegas shooting because country music fans are often Republican. When discussing the mass shooting that unfolded in Las Vegas late Sunday night, her initial statement was, if they wouldn't do anything when children were murdered, I have no hope that repugs, she's making fun of Republicans, will ever do the right thing. I'm actually not even sympathetic because country music fans often are Republican gun toters. Huh. So you can bring guns into festivals now.
Why does she make this a political thing?
Yeah.
People lost their lives, Steve.
Yeah, like, what, 59? Last I heard was 59.
We're praying for all those families, by the way.
Absolutely.
Steve&Tyler Show sends their support.
Yeah. I've donated. I mean,
this is a tragic event, and then we got people like this.
I mean, don't get me started on what Hillary said, but...
Yeah, we left that out intentionally.
Oh. God, see now. Oh no, I gotta backtrack. I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it. We left it out intentionally.
God. In the same sentence, she calls for gun control. We want to. What a.
She
bitch.
says, "Don't politicize it." Then ask for gun control.
Yeah, no, don't politicize it. But hey, they're trying to get suppressors passed in the House. Fuck you, you demon. All right, so Haley Geftman Gold. Okay. The network's now former vice president and senior counsel said, earlier today I posted an indefensible post in a Facebook discussion thread concerning the tragic Las Vegas shooting. A statement I sincerely regret. I am deeply sorry for diminishing the significance of every life affected by Stephen Paddock's terrorism. See, they call it terrorism, but I disagree with that term. Yet. Terrorism last night, and for the pain my words have inflicted on the loved ones of the victims. My shameful comments do not reflect the beliefs of my former employer, colleagues, family, and friends, nor do they reflect my actual beliefs. What? This senseless violence warrants the deepest empathy. I understand and accept all consequences that my words have incurred. Well, yeah, you got fired, so you don't have a choice because you no longer have a job.
Look, if she doesn't get fired, there's no way she retracts these statements. That's
absolutely not! To openly say, these do not reflect my actual beliefs. Why fucking say it? Why? Why utter this shit at all? Why? You're retracting it now so that you can hopefully get a new job.
That's what it is.
That's exactly what it is. You're a fucking idiot. You're going to sit there and say, I don't actually believe what I said because, they're dead.
Well,
so
because I need to get paid. That's what
I need to get a new job, so I have to say I'm sorry. What a piece of shit. Awful person. I mean, I don't agree with liberals, okay? Obviously, this is what the show is. But I'm not going to sit here and hope that a Jay-Z concert gets shot up.
No,
right?
We don't hope for violence against other people.
And I can't stand Hillary or Bernie, but I don't want to see that happen to people.
No.
No. No. Absolutely not. I don't want to see that.
You got to be a real sick person to hope for these kind of things.
I mean, and I say stupid, funny stuff, but I don't wish harm or death specifically on people. I mean, you have people who I saw a video of a survivor. He was shot in the leg, and from what I read, it shattered like his leg. He was in an air cast.
Ugh.
And the president and the first lady went, and they were visiting.
I saw this.
You see that?
Yeah.
And the dude stood up.
Yeah.
He stood up out of bed.
On a shattered
this
leg.
man's hand on a shattered leg, and I just. The first lady's sitting there trying to comfort him and say, hey, please, you don't have to. And he's like, I'm sorry, but I do. And it was like.
That's a lot
and
of
you're
respect.
going to sit there.
That's a lot of respect.
And you know what? Just because it was a country concert, I hate country music.
Yeah.
Hate it.
I don't. Steve does.
And I like some stuff, but not. I can't stand it. I can't stand the majority of it. But I'm a gun-toting Republican. So what? That's like.
She's just an idiot.
I mean, oh my God. Stupid is as stupid does. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. This dumbass decided to make a stupid comment that just insulted and slapped every Republican in the face, but it was on the backs of the Las Vegas victims, and that was just...
That's the worst part about it.
That is the worst part.
Because I'm sure not all of them were even Republicans. Not that it matters, but why would you just assume?
Absolutely.
Why would you just assume?
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah, why? I mean, I'm sure the majority, or not the majority, but I'm sure some of them weren't Republicans. Yeah, but that assumption alone is what really amplifies the disgusting in the story. All right, now that we're sad,
Still
moving on.
Vegas.
Let's.
We really didn't want to talk about it, Steve. I know it looks like we did.
I didn't want to talk.
Too many stupid articles.
I didn't want to talk about Vegas, but this, and I'll talk about gun control any day. I'm okay with that. It just so happens that this topic or this story.
They're going to talk about it more because of Vegas, right? So now.
Oh yeah, I mean it was seconds. I swear to God, the guy was still shooting, and people were tweeting out about fucking gun control. It was disgusting. Evil doesn't kill people; guns kill people. This is the title of the next article. Well, right there, you already know that
this is going to be a shit article.
This is already an absolute trash article. So, strap yourselves in. It's easy to call acts of horror evil. It's comforting to ascribe an external, unknowable motive to events so terrible we can't imagine a motivation. The human mind is incapable of imagining what would drive a man to haul an arsenal of high-powered weapons into a hotel room, knock out a couple windows, murder dozens of people, and injure hundreds more by spraying them with gunfire. So we call it evil. That settles that. Now, I'm obviously reading through the article, so people don't understand that I'm supporting this stupid statement.
Keep going. Keep reading.
But what if evil doesn't exist in the world? When elected officials like Trump rely on evil to explain away mass shootings, they are following a deliberate strategy. Republicans know a wall-to-wall coverage of these events are the best opportunity. Gun control advocates have to draw attention to the issue and save lives, but the GOP, beholden to the overhyped power of the National Rifle Association, had just one goal: pass 0 bills restricting gun sales in any way. In fact, the Republican leadership and the House is currently considering a bill that would make it easier to purchase both silencers and armor-piercing bullets. They follow a few strategies like clockwork. So I'm going to stop right there because I happen to be someone who has rather large knowledge when it comes down to firearms as a whole. They're not called silencers. The people that call them silencers are the ones who are truly misinformed because they make absolutely nothing silent. You fucking retards. I am serious. They make nothing silent. Nothing.
No, it's just
at all.
It's just you can still hear it. I mean,
you can still hear it. It's they bring it down to the decibels of a jackhammer.
Oh boy.
Woohoo! Oh yeah. You're not going to hear that. I mean, so they make it tolerable without hearing protection.
And if I gotta see,
that's the point of a suppressor.
It's not in this article, but if I gotta see AR-15 and the AR stands for assault rifle one more time, I might have to break my phone, Steve. It's all over Twitter. Everyone thinks AR stands for assault rifle, and it makes me pissed.
They use the term machine gun, and that just tickles my gooch.
It's not even a real term.
It's not even a real term. I mean, machine gun.
Assault rifle.
It is a term. It is a term. And I guess it is a term, but it's not. It is absolutely not a term that civilians can use because they cannot obtain these.
Right. There's still an automatic ban out there.
Yeah. Since what year was it? 86?
87, I thought. 86, 80, whatever.
Since before both of us were born. So.
Just had to get that off my chest real quick. I just seen it everywhere.
AR okay, yeah. For those of you who don't know, it's an education little thing here. For those of you who don't know, AR-15 is not
assault rifle.
Assault rifle. It is Armalite.
Believe it or not, that's just the manufacturer.
It's just it is the original manufacturer.
Right.
That's all. That's all it is. That is all it is. So, shut up. You are now a little more enlightened. Thanks. So that was first. Second, the bill proposed for suppressors was pitched months ago. It was written out months ago. And it just so happens it's coming up for vote now. So that's a stupid false narrative. That is fact. Okay. This was months in the making. That so happened came now. And third thing, armor-piercing rounds are advertised publicly already and are already allowed to be sold.
It's already a thing.
It's already a thing. So, eat a dick. I mean, what else am I gonna say? Oh, armor-piercing rounds. You hear armor-piercing, you shit your britches. Realistically, armor-piercing. A lot of it depends on the caliber, but I'm not going to get into that because that'll be a confusing talk to people who don't understand firearms. They claim specific gun laws wouldn't have stopped this tragedy because it's not the right gun, or the perpetrator would have passed a background check, which is true. Although stopping some future mass shootings isn't worthwhile if we can't stop them all. So
that doesn't even make sense.
That's exactly that. That's what I'm going at. So we're going to talk about this. This is literally like the next paragraph. So let's stop every future mass shooting. Okay. So how's Chicago going?
Yeah, Chicago. They got a lot of gun control.
Oh yeah, they have like incredible amounts of gun control. And I believe.
But where'd they get their guns, Steve?
I think illegally. Oh, they broke the law, Tyler.
Oh my God. So what you're trying to tell me is the people that are actually suffering are the ones that follow the law?
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. They want to disarm the populace. And
criminals don't follow laws.
Absolutely not.
If this man wanted to kill people, there's a million ways he could have done it. He could have got a truck. He could have ran over some people. Some people just got ran over in London a couple days ago.
Yeah. And what, you gonna start banning? You gonna start banning vehicles?
We must ban all SUVs
Gotta start.
Especially the assault ones with the big wheels.
Gun laws have proven time and time again that it actually increases gun crimes and gun deaths because it's proven criminals don't hand over their guns. They don't. They absolutely don't.
Why would they? They don't follow the law anyway.
Tyler, okay, here's a question. I'll answer it too. If you don't want to answer it, I will. If the government actually called for a mandated turnover of firearms, would you? I would.
You would?
Would not.
I would not.
Absolutely not. It is my right, and I'm not doing that. So I guess technically I would be a criminal. I guess technically, in the context of this article, I am a criminal, right? Because I refuse to hand over my firearms so that you can feel safer at night knowing that you are disarming me and taking away my safety. That'd be like me taking away this this writer's safe space that apparently they wrote this article in.
There's just so many what do you call them? Not controversies, but like places where he contradicts himself.
Yeah, like, absolutely.
All the people that are calling for gun control, they all have armed guards. All these senators.
Every single one of them
has armed guards. And then even the title, evil doesn't kill people. Guns kill people. You ever see The American Dad where Haley says, I didn't know all these guns were in the house. So Stan puts the gun on the table. He goes, all right, gun, kill someone.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
A gun is just a tool.
Absolutely.
It has no thoughts.
No.
It doesn't decide, I'm going to shoot someone today.
Are there accidents? Yeah.
But that's not the guns.
No.
The gun didn't decide, oh, I'm going to shoot someone today.
Exactly. And when you include gun crimes or gun deaths and you include suicide, that's last I checked, it's not accurate.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
You're
Suicides
gonna
make
talk
up like a big proportion of gun deaths.
Over 50%. But you're going to include suicide and you're going to group it in with mass shootings. That's not fair because you're citing mass shootings. You're not citing suicide.
I mean, this is clearly a guy that wanted to inflict massive amounts of damage. Did you see he tried to shoot that, what was it, like an oil tank or the tank across the way?
I don't know. There's still stuff going on here. They said he only fired for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And he killed or injured almost 600 people. And this man was 64 years old, and he wasn't in the best of shape. And he was running between two windows. At some point, he turned around and shot through his own door at a security guard. And he did all this damage in under 10 minutes. And neither one... Okay, so they said that he used 2 rifles. Okay? Neither one of them had bump fire stocks on them. I know this because I deal with this shit. So, I don't know. I have it hard to believe.
I mean, like, at the end of the day, we don't know all the facts around it, right?
No, absolutely not. And it's all speculation from us.
A lot of people got injured.
Yes.
And this guy wanted to hurt people.
Yes.
That's all we know.
Yes.
If he wanted to do it with a gun, if he wanted to run him over with a car, I don't think it matters. This guy woke up that morning and said, I'm going to injure a lot of people.
Actually, I think he woke up, like the 28th when he went and he got that hotel room. Like, hey, you know what? I'm going to start carrying weapons up here, and I'm going to, get a nice spot open, and I'm just going to start raining hell down on people because...
You know what I mean, though.
I know exactly what you mean. So,
gun
Tyler...
control isn't going to solve the problem.
It's not, and I want to ask you one more question because we haven't really talked about this.
No. Steve's got a question. This never goes good.
And this is another thing. This is kind of going off the one I asked you before. If the government asked you or demanded that you hand over your firearms, do you think that would start the Second Civil War? Or do you think that the majority, the most armed populace in the entire world, would go ahead and hand them over?
I don't know if it would start a civil war, but I feel like
a
lot of people... There would be a lot of pushback on these sort of things.
I don't think we would I don't think the majority.
How do you fight a civil war against people with no weapons? Isn't the Civil War pretty much over?
Yeah, exactly. That's. I mean,
what's the point?
What's the point? I'm saying, would people? The question is, would people hand over their guns or not? I don't think they would.
No.
Exactly. So then that would start what? I also see. No, never mind. We're just getting into the silly stuff now, but I think it would cause an even larger rift in society, personally. Last story of the day.
Steve, it's been a real topic, sensitive week this week. We gotta end light, Steve.
So a Wyoming man arrested after claiming he traveled from 2048 to warn of alien invasion.
I should have known.
Oh, man, I knew it.
I knew aliens, it. Man. The aliens.
Bryant Johnson, aliens, man. Bryant Johnson was arrested for public intoxication on a Monday night after he allegedly told police that he came from the future to warn of an alien invasion.
I fucking knew it.
I knew it. Police were called to a street in Casper, where Johnson reportedly told them he traveled from the year 2048, was trying to warn the town that aliens would be arriving next year.
This guy is a hero.
Huh.
He's a hero.
Said, oh, God, I can't believe that he's not on national news everywhere. Johnson said that everyone needed to leave as quickly as possible and demanded to speak to the president of the town.
I just don't know why law enforcement didn't take this seriously.
Shame on the officers. We're normally pro blue.
Not in this case.
No, you shame. He reportedly told law enforcement that he was able to travel back to 2017, even though he said he meant to travel to 2018, because aliens filled his body with alcohol and had him stand on a giant pad to transport him to the past.
I believe him. I don't know why you're laughing. This is a serious issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Johnson had a blood alcohol content of 0.136.
That is unrelated. The aliens put him through that.
That's unrelated.
The aliens made him drink all that.
Well, I wonder.
This man will be a hero in 1 year.
I wonder what the aliens gave him. That sounds like a hell of a story. Oh, man.
Maybe the aliens got their own alcohol. Like alien vodka or something.
I see. The thing is, I wonder if he was talking to people at the bar he came from. Like, man, these fucking aliens. God, man, I hope they pay my bill. Man, I drank a whole lot of shit.
I want to update on this story in like a week when he's sober, and if he still believes it, that's what I want to know. Yeah,
at that point, I want to be like, all right, let's get him on. Let's get him on the show.
Let's get him on. Let's see if we can contact him through Twitter.
See if the aliens haven't hijacked his Twitter. Oh, man. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate your support. Please don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Steve&Tyler_show. Send us your ideas you want to be on the show, please. We'll have anybody on. We'll go over our show prep with you. If you have any articles, go ahead and send them to us. Steve&Tylershow@gmail.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes and follow us on Podbean. Find us on YouTube at The Steve and Tyler Show. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. God bless you, and God bless America.